on the recording. So, hello everyone. So, we have it now on Tuesday, the 12th of January. Today is a special day. Today is the birthday of Sergei Pavlovich Korolyov. So, Firine, you are knowing, you was 3 times with us in Moscow. You are knowing that we normally are going with VIP people to the places, to the memory places of Sergei Korolyov, who was the chief designer of the Sputnik rocket, Gagarin rocket, and the actual Soyuz rocket that flies astronauts and cosmonauts to the space. We have made a lot of excursions, and I have for you 2 videos from past excursions of the last year, where we visited places of Korolyov in Germany. So we make a little bit history first today, and you are invited to look inside that what we have now. First, we have here a short video of Cosma, and I want to play this.
It's without any tone. Like we can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything. Okay, then we play it again with the loudspeaker. One moment.
When you share your screen,
so
you should activate an option. Okay, now we can hear.
So was this possible now to hear?
It was a little bit, maybe you can make it a little bit louder.
Okay, maybe we do it again. We will match this. One moment. So I'm a DJ and I can do this. Okay, this is the problem that audio from the computer will be not recorded to the Zoom, but we will match it. So last test.
Hallo Natalia, ich bin Cosma und 13 Jahre alt. Ich bin gerade in der Danielsstraße 21 vor dem Haus deines Vaters. Und ich grüße von Bleicherode nach Moskau.
Okay, what you see here, this is the house where Sergei Pavlovich Korolyov lived in 1946 for 2 years to discover the rockets V2 after the Second World War. And then this was in Bleicherode next to Nordhausen, where was the underground production of the V2. Now let us move forward to Peenemünde. Peenemünde was the rocket research area from Werner von Braun. And after the Second World War, also Korolyov was in the summer 45 there, 1945, and we visited this last October together with Valeria. And here is Valeria in English. This is the rocket launch pad.
Today we are visiting the historical area of Peenemünde, located in North Germany. Here is the first rocket launch, which was successful on the 3rd of October of 1942. This rocket had an altitude of 84 kilometers.
Okay, you see now the place where the first rocket launched into the space with 84 kilometers and the range of 180 kilometers. And here in the background there was the firewall or the fire hole where was this. Okay, I stopped the share of my screen. Now you see me back again. Yeah, hello. And what we are doing today is assembly. We did it with a rocket. Here you see a small, it's not easy to make that. You see a small rocket. This is the 1:30 scale, what we have now. So there is a print with an assembly. This assembly has also a bottom. So you see the bottom here now. You can put it off and on. And into the button, I have it here in extra parts. I can open this. So now you see now here is space for a battery. and for a switch on this place, and here you can put the fundament of the rocket in it. Click, and here should be then the rocket over it. So this is what we did in this week, and I want to see what you can do and how to work with it. But now, please do your next important job for Valeria, the CAD lesson number 7.
Okay, correct. So I will start sharing. Oh, first we have to check Firin's homework. Okay, so Firin will share her screen now. So if you can remember, the homework was personalizing your own rover, giving it different colors, textures, and materials. So let's see which is the ideal rover for Firin. Your microphone, Firin. Your microphone is off. Maybe you can turn it on.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, it's
Yes,
not ideal. I wouldn't build a rover like this, but it's just to, yeah, get an idea which materials we could use. It's loading. So I just found out that you can also make parts out of air and water. Of course, I haven't used that for our rover, but I think it's kind of interesting to know that it's possible. I don't know what's going wrong.
Did you move the folder, rename the folder, or something like this? Did you move the files from one part to another? Okay, can we see your folder? Maybe that's it. It seems like it cannot find
folder.
Any files.
Can you see it? My folder?
No.
Okay, so I have to change the. So this is my folder.
Okay.
Oh, I've changed the name. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, but I can show you a picture of it because I saved it in different files. So.
Okay. Okay, great.
Yeah, it's a picture. Like the seats are made out of glass, and the wheels are made out of wood. And then
we cannot see it.
Like how can I make? Okay, let's try again.
When you share your screen, click on all your screen.
Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay, perfect. Once again. So the seats are made out of glass, and the wheels are made out of wood. And then we have some copper gears, if I pronounce it right. Here are some plastic parts, like the body part is made out of plastic. This back part is made out of iron, and the lighter part is steel. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's a great work, Firin.
Thank you. I also tried some pictures, so it's hiding in the forest. And
oh, that's super nice.
Driving down a hill.
Great. Did you look for the pictures, or did you take the SolidWorks pictures?
I took the SolidWorks pictures.
Okay. Yeah, it's also possible to add a picture that you took or something and put it into SolidWorks.
Okay. Yeah, I have to try that later. So we also have a different file, like a PDF. And I saved it as more files. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, I don't know where they are right now, but as a 3D PDF as well, and the other ones like STL and so on, to be able to change something like with Fusion or Autodesk.
Okay, do you have any questions about the homework?
No, thank you.
Okay, great. Then we can start the next lesson. Okay, so Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay, so this was the homework. And this is the next lesson. Okay, lesson number 7. This lesson is called Swept and Loft Boss. Okay, so we are going to see. Okay, so swept and sweep are the same. Okay, swept is just the past tense of sweep, but we are referring to the same operation. Okay, so in SolidWorks you will find it in this place. Besides extruded boss, revolve boss, which you already know how to do, you will find swept boss, lofted boss, and boundary boss. Okay, so these operations will be very useful to create more complex parts that we have done until this moment. Okay, so the lesson for today is sweep, loft, create reference planes and modify them, hide them. Also, we will learn how to create a helix in SolidWorks. Boundary boss, which is the third tool, how to use guide curves, and some tips for avoiding mistakes using these tools. Okay, so making a review of what we have already done before. This is some operations that we have used. Extruded boss, and then we have the contrary operation, which is extrude cut, right? Where you make a sketch and then you just give it volume or cut it. It's simple, okay? And also we have used revolve and cut revolve. I think we have not used cut revolve, but you will know how to use it because it's the same principle, okay? You create a sketch and then you cut it out of any body you have. And this is no problem for you. But what happens if we need to create more complex shapes, okay? So this is the tool, it's called sweep or swept boss. Okay, so you see here that we have 2 sketches, okay? The first one will be our profile. For example, this little circle here. And the second one will be a line that this profile will follow, okay? So we have a red line here. And this circle, we have a circle and a line. And here we have a solid created out of the circle and following the line. Okay, so this is what you can do with sweep. You can also do, for example, this is a paper clip or a hair clip. So you have also a circular profile here, and here you have also another sketch, and now it follows this line. And we have also this slide, which I like very much. We have a sketch here. We have a line, and now we extrude this sketch through the line. Okay, so it's a very interesting tool. You can do very complex things with this one. Things that you cannot do with boss extrude, for example. It will take you a lot of operations, like mini operation, or maybe you cannot do it at all if it's a complex shape like this helix. Okay. So this is an example, a practical example of what we can do with sweep. So this is a fender for the MiniRovers. It is already printed. Also, Cosma that is here, she helped me to do them. And we made a profile like this one. And we made a line like this one. And then we make sweep. So you can see a practical application for the MiniRovers. Okay. So this is a previous SolidWorks version, but it serves you to see how sweeps are built. Okay, so first you need to do 2 different sketches. Okay, this is the difference with extrude or revolve, because you only need 1 sketch on that operations. But in sweep, you definitely need 2 sketches, unless you're going to do a circle. But I will show you this. Okay, so we have sketch 4 and sketch 3. Sketch 4 is signaled here, and it's a profile like a slot. And we have sketch 3, which is a line. Okay, so here we will show SolidWorks which one is the profile sketch and which one is the path sketch. Okay, so we are going to do it now in SolidWorks. So I prepared some sketches to avoid losing time right now, because you already know how to do the sketches. Okay, so I prepared this cross profile. It's you can see it's simple. It's an hexagon, and it has also some crosses here. Okay, so the first thing that you need to consider is the same as boss extrude and cut extrude and revolve and everything. The profile has to be close, not self-intersecting, and not with lines everywhere. So this is the same that you already know. If you do not do this, you will have problems in creating sweeps. Okay, so I also made some paths. Okay, so here we will see the first path I made. You can see I made it in another sketch. So this is one sketch, and this is another sketch. And this sketch is in this plane. Okay, disappeared. Okay, it's here. Yeah. So this sketch is in this plane. It's the right plane. Yeah, the right plane. And the cross profile is in the top plane. Okay, so this is a little bit different. And well, I think most of the occasions that you create sweeps, you will have to do the sketches in different planes, not in the same one. Okay, so let's do. Okay, so I'll create here swap boss. And now you have some options here. First, you have to select the profile. Okay, here, if you click, put your mouse here, you'll get a brief descriptions profile. Okay, so I just click on this one. Yeah, okay. And now I have to select the path. Now I hide it, but I will look for it here. Okay, I want to see it. And I click here. Okay, so you see the result is that my cross is following the path that I made. Okay, so we have some options here. We can also use circular profile, which means we will make a circle. So we do not need a sketch in case you only had one circle. But right now we're going to use my sketch. Okay, so I'll select it again. Okay, nice. And we also have some options here of start and end tangency. Okay, so this is important if we want this part, exactly these lines, to be normal to my profile. So for example, here you can see they have a little angle, but if I want them normal, I can select here, path tangent, and path tangent in the end. So this is the start, and this would be the end. Okay, and we also have these options. Okay, so we have profile twist. So we can also make a little bit of angle distortion. Okay, so I will specify my twist value, and I will here. I will. You can see it gets a little bit turned. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit twisted. And I can also reverse it with this button to the other side. Okay, so this is one option. Now I leave it in 0 degrees. And we have also a thin feature option. So I'll click here, and you'll get more or less the same as in boss extrude, that you only get one thin layer of material instead of everything filled. Okay, so I will unselect thin feature, and I will click OK, so you can see the result. Okay, so this is what happens. And now I will edit it and select thin feature. Okay, so thin feature is not available now in editing options. So I will just right click on the operation and delete it. If you delete an operation, the sketches will not be deleted. So this is any problem. Okay, I will select swap boss again. Make my selections. This one. and this one. Yeah, okay, and I click thin feature. You can specify the thickness. I'll put to 3 millimeter. Okay. So this is a different result. This is empty on the inside, which I find it great because you do not have to do it in the sketch like again. Okay, so now we will see some problems or some options that we have to do with sweep. Okay, so I think these operations tend a little bit more to fail sometimes because we do not know how to use them. Okay, so as I told you, I made some different paths that I had it here. So now I'm going to show them. I'm going to unselect this one and I will hide it. You can always hide and show whatever you want. And so it works just clicking on this little eye here. Okay, so I hide it now, but it's still here existing. Okay, now I show this one. Okay, so we can think it's also a path that the sweep can follow, but let's see what happens, okay? So I'll also select this profile and I will select my path. So first we see that we have some trouble calculating. It takes a lot of time. Maybe it takes more than 1 minute. Okay, it's calculated, but we cannot see any preview. So let's see what happens if I confirm. So it also takes more time in calculating. And in the end, it will only tell me this operation failed. Yeah, sweep operation failed to complete. We don't know why, we don't know how. Okay, so we just know it failed. Okay, so the reason here is that this path is very difficult to follow for this cross profile. So you always have to consider that this cross profile, when it follows the path, it should not intersect itself, or it should not have like very sharp corners like this one. Like this is a very sharp curve. And probably here it will also intersect itself. And also this line is very, very horizontal. It has very, it has a very few, very light vertical positions. So you should take care of these options when you do the path. Okay, so the solution here will be to go to the path and edit it. As this is a spline, I can choose the points and drag them and make it a little bit easier. For example, instead of making this line so horizontal, I make it a little bit normal or vertical to this cross profile. Also, I will choose this entities to be a little bit easier to follow. Okay, so this could be one common mistake or one common error when operations fail. Okay, so we can do it again. Let's see what happens. Maybe it will fail again. We don't know. Okay, yeah, I think it's failing again. So you should only go back and edit your sketch and make it again. Okay, this is a solution. Probably, for example, this curve is too sharp already. Okay, so okay, I'll make it easier. Maybe like this. Okay, this should be enough. You can also use dimensions and everything as normal in these curves. Right now I made a spline to make it easier, but you can also use straight lines, arcs, curves, circles, whatever you want. Okay, so right now we have a complete operation. Okay, so this is the result. Great. Okay, now I will delete it and show you some other paths that we must follow. Okay, so now I'm going to hide this one and see this one. Okay, so this one is also going to fail because of two reasons. Okay, so here we have also a very steep direction change. And also we are intersecting, we are going one direction and then we are changing. So it's also probably going to fail. And here we also have a line that it's almost touching itself. So it will also fail. So try to avoid doing this when you are doing sweeps. Okay, so here we have okay, now we're going to show you what happens if I got it with my circular profile. Okay. So I also made another profile here. It's a little circle. I will hide this one. Okay. So let's see what happens if I want to make this one and a circle. Also click on swept, select the circle, select the line, and voila, it's possible. And this is because this sketch is very different from the other sketch that I had. So if your swept operation is going to be successful or it's going to fail depends on your two sketches, okay? So you must consider if you have some fails here to re-edit both of your sketches to make it a little bit easier. But for example, maybe here it will also, if I made this corner a little bit steeper, then it will also fail. So yeah, this is what you have to consider when you make your sweeps. So yeah, so this is how it looks. Okay, and okay, we have one more thing that we need to see. I will delete this one. Yeah, okay. Now I will hide this one and show this one. Okay, so now I made a little difference here. Okay, so this path is very soft. It will not have any problems, but it's out of this sketch. They are not touching. Okay, so let's see what happens if I try to do a sweep. So I'll select this one. Now select this path. It will also take time calculating, but it will not find a solution. Okay, we can confirm and the operation will fail. Yeah. So this is because this sketch most follow this path, but they are not touching, so it makes no sense. So you should be careful that path is always touching your sketch. Okay, so do you have any questions until now?
Not so far, thank you.
Okay, so you can share your screen now and try to do some sweeps. And we have 10 minutes left, so if anything shuts down, you know, we just reconnect again.
Mm-hmm. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. What type of body should I build? Just anything, or are you muted? Valeria, you are muted.
Sorry. Yeah, you can do something simple.
Okay. So first of all, we need to draw a sketch. Like, let's make a circle. And then we need a new sketch. Yeah, like this. It's fine. And to touch the first sketch.
Yeah, but this is okay. Also, it is in the middle, so it's great.
Yeah.
It can also be touching the edge of the circle, and it will be great.
We have to be careful that it's like not a difficult path.
Yeah.
Okay.
As I tell you, it also depends on the size of your circle. So the bigger your circle is, the more difficult it will be to follow your path. And the smaller your circle is, the more easier it will follow a difficult path.
Okay, I think it should work like this.
Yeah, I think so.
And then we can use feature, this one. So this is our first sketch. And this one is our second one. So do we want a thin feature or just a normal one?
Let's try first normal.
Okay. No, it's not working. Okay. Maybe it's still too difficult to follow this part.
Okay, let's do it again.
Let's try again. Oh, it's just one sketch now.
Oh, yes. So
I think that's a problem.
yes, I did notice, sorry.
So let's delete this one. And make a new one. No?
So if you don't see, oh yeah, you're okay. Create a new sketch like you were doing it.
Okay.
Okay, so now you don't see where you can click, right? But you have almost in your left corner a little tree that is called Tile 1. And it says Standard. A little bit more to your right. 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 A little bit more. And you have Tile 1. Okay, you can open. Yeah, you can open it, and then you have everything you have made.
Okay.
And you can select the planes.
Let's pick this one.
Mm-hmm.
And draw something.
You can also try to create a line with a little bit of corners, so we can see what happens.
Okay. Like this. Or do you mean like a wheel?
Straight lines. I mean straight lines, but you can do it when you finish your spline. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So maybe that corners will have a little bit of trouble, but let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think so. Let's see.
Okay.
We can just make this circle a bit smaller, maybe.
Yeah, that will help a lot.
Okay, it's loading something. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's fine. And okay, let's see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
To this point.
Okay. Try selecting also that lines.
Loading.
Okay. Okay. What you're gonna do is open your Tile 1 tree and click on the sketch. So it will select all the sketch and not only one line. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, okay, it's not possible. Okay, click on the offene group where it, yeah, okay. Now try to select the sketch.
No. Or maybe we
Oh, you have it, yeah. Okay, try to select the sketch now.
It's not possible to say, okay.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the corners are here too sharp.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, they're not touching, right? Not really.
Oh, So this is also a problem that can happen. Yeah, good.
Now it's not too sharp anymore.
Great.
But it's not a corner neither, so
Okay, but the other ones are corners.
maybe they can
Yeah.
manage to. Now I
Yes.
do.
Great. Okay, so you can also use corners, but if they are too sharp, it will not happen. It will not let you. Yeah, so you see your final result. Okay, so it's a very interesting tool.
Yeah.
And okay, can you go back? Okay, so open your operation and edit. You have like a little arrow, so you can open what it's inside.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, close this menu. Okay, where you have your swap operation, you have a little arrow on your left.
Okay.
Click on it. Yeah, and you will have your two sketches that are embedded, that are inside your operation. Okay, so you can still click on the sketch and edit it. Okay, yes, please. This one, edit. Okay, so now I want you to go near to the where the sketch starts, where the circle starts. Yeah, exactly, go that. And I will need you to do a line, but to the other side also, okay? Do not delete anything that you have, just continue the line that you already have, crossing the circle to the other side.
Like from this point to this point.
No. Only this that you have selected, that entity. Yeah, exactly. Make it longer, crossing the circle, crossing our profile.
Like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we have less than 1 minute, so maybe we will shut down soon.
Okay, should I just put this one like, or should I create a new one?
You can create a new one.
So my task was to draw a line that crosses this part, right?
Yeah.
Let's just make a simple one. It's not working. Okay. Again.
Yeah, it's working now. Yeah, simple as that is perfect. I will give you a little tip. If you want your curve and your straight line to be like continuous, you know, you click on your spline. Oh no, where you have it, just click on the spline on your curve. Yeah, select them both. And click on tangent. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, now you can see they are continuous. It doesn't seem that they are two different entities.
Okay. But now it's not possible anymore to make the extrusion.
Let's see what happens. So you should get
That
out
would
of
just
the
says
sketch.
like this, right?
Oh, this traffic light means it needs to recalculate because you modify the sketch.
Okay.
So it's just a question of recalculating. Okay. So it looks the same, right? It didn't added the new line. Okay, so enter your operation and edit it. Not the sketch, the operation. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. You have 3 icons. Yeah, exactly. Okay. You can see it's one side, both sides, and the other side. Okay, so try them, the 3 of them, so you see what happens. Yeah, you understand what is happening. So you can, if your line crosses the sketch, you can make it to one side, to the other, or to both.
Okay.
Okay, great. So do you have any questions of using this tool?
No. Or would it be possible to make a line like onto either from this point to this point to make like a hole? Yeah.
Yeah.
It would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's possible. You can do it now if you want.
Okay, it's not.
Okay, so the fillet is not possible because the radius is too big. It's 10 millimeter. Yeah, click again on the fillet. Yeah, exactly. So you see you have 10 millimeter on your menu. So when it's not possible, yeah, try using 5 to 1 until you can do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hope that it's working.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, it works perfectly. Great. Okay, do you want to try using the thin feature?
Yes, but then we maybe should change something in the sketch because now we couldn't see if it's like thin or not.
I will show you how to see it.
Okay. You said that we have to delete this one and have to make it again, right?
Yeah, the thin feature, even if you try to edit it, to edit the operation, the thin feature will not show off. So you have to delete it and make it again, but the sketches are still there, so it's not really a big deal.
Mm, 1 millimeter is fine.
Okay. So as you say, you cannot see if it's empty or not, but there's a way to know it. Okay, so remember your appearance menu? Can you move over there? Okay, yeah, you have some icons there. Click on the one, is the fourth one. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
This is the cut view. It means you cut the piece in half or in some point, and then you can see the inside. Okay, so you can move the plane, try to move it. Yeah, so you can decide where to cut. And you can also change the plane in your menu there. You have something called Schnittdarstellung. And yeah, you can also change it.
Okay.
And when you like it and you want to leave it that way, you can click confirm. But this is not that your piece is cutted. It's just your view.
Okay.
Okay, so when you want to shut it off, then you just click on the icon again. And it's off.
Okay,
so perfect. It's not making anything in your piece, it's just your view. So you can always know if anything is empty, if anything is, I don't know, for example, if you're making a part and then in the inside you have something and you want to see it, you can also use this option.
Okay.
Okay, great. So do you have any other questions about this swept operation?
Would like gravity work in this program? For example, if we have little small little pieces inside, if there would be gravity, they would just go like this way. Would it work in SolidWorks, or would they just stay where they are?
Can you reformulate your question? I didn't understand what you mean.
Okay, like if we would have this part in real life and would put some smaller pieces inside, they would just go all the way down due to gravity.
Yeah,
And-
depending. Oh,
But-
you mean, can you do this in SolidWorks?
Yeah, because like when we made different parts together, when we put them together, they're still able to move as well. So I was just...
Yes, you can do it in an assembly. You can select, for example, that imagine one little ball inside. You will also need a sketch that follows the path, and you can select that this ball always follows this path. Okay, so you will, I mean, gravity is not natural in SolidWorks, but you can force it a little bit. So you put some mates, so this ball always follows this path, and you can do some simulation of different movements, and you can move it. You can see how it moves.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more of the simulation methods that you use. And the same if you want to do, for example, with Revolve, which is like little tiny balls, you can also do this, but it will also take you more time to just set the conditions for everything. And you can also do it with fluids, for example, water. If you want to test pipeline and see if it is resistant to the stress that water, pressurized water is doing, then you can do also a SolidWorks simulations with fluids.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay. I don't know if you have any other questions.
No, thank you.
Okay. So then I share my screen again. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so now we are creating a helix. For this, I will build a new part. Okay, creating a helix seems a little bit complex if you want to do it by normal methods, but it's really simple if you know where to do it. Okay, so create a sketch, normal sketch. The top plane is right. And I will just create a circle as simple as this. Okay, let's give it a dimension. Okay, this is 50. Okay, great. So I have my circle. And this is all I need to create a helix. Okay, I will go to features. I will go to curves. You have it, the option here. And I will go to helix and spiral. So you can see it already selected my circle, and I already have a helix. And here I have some options. Okay, so okay, so this the pitch is how separated or close the lines of the helix are. So if I select more, then it will get more separation, or less separation. Okay, so this is a pitch. It's the same as in a bolt or in a screw. And it comes to reverse direction. Okay, and this is the revolution. Okay, this is the revolution option. It means I can create 10 revolutions, 15 revolutions, but see that it's different from the pitch because the lines are just multiplying themselves and not changing the distance between them. Okay.
Yeah.
And I can also choose the start angle if I wanted to start here or in this part of the circle or in this part or in this part. Okay, so right now it doesn't matter, but know that you can do it wherever you want. Okay. And I can also do it a little bit with angle to one side or to the other side. So this is the taper helix options. I can activate it. Then I have 0 degrees, and I can start moving it, so I can get this result, or I can reverse in this option, taper outward, and make it this. Okay. So creating a helix, it's pretty simple, right? And it's very useful for doing lots of things. For example, creating cutting tools, creating bolts, creating screws, and everything. Okay, so now I will put my sketch a little bit bigger and just 1 degree. Okay, maybe 2 degrees so we can see it. Okay, yeah. So you can see my helix now, but it's a line, it's not a solid, right? So what we will do now is make it a solid, and for that we will use swept option also. Okay, so you have to select also the profile, but now I will use this option that it's circular profile. It means that I do not have to create any sketch. I just click circular profile and I click the diameter. So maybe I want it to be, no, maybe 5. Okay, and now I select the line. So I want this line. Yeah. Okay. So you can do it. You can see it's also a very useful tool for the swept boss base. And also you can do theme feature. So right now I use circular profile, but it's important that you know that you can put whatever you want here. You can put a square, you can put a star, you can put a teddy bear, whatever you want, okay? So let's see what is the result. Yeah, this is the result. Okay, so what do you think? Do you have any questions?
Not so far.
Okay, great. Then we will continue with the boundary boss and the lofted boss. Okay, so right now, oh no, I don't want to do it. I also prepared some sketches in advance so you can see them. Okay, let's go back to the PowerPoint. Yeah. Okay, so loft and boundary boss are a little bit similar to swept in the sense that you also need 2 sketches at least. The thing with loft and boundary boss is that you can create a solid in one side that becomes with another form in the other side. Okay, so you can see the examples here. Here in this side, I have a square or a rectangle. And on the other side, I have like an ellipse, okay? But they are connected. They are not like, if we use an extrusion here, this will not be possible, right? So also you have the other, the same in this image, where you have a square profile here, and somehow in the middle of the way becomes a circle. Okay, so this is a very interesting geometry figures, and it's also very useful. You don't have to change it, for example, from a rectangle to an ellipse, but you can also change it from a rectangle to a bigger rectangle, so you will get the shape that you want, okay? Okay, so for the loft base, we will need several sketches. We can do as many as we want in different planes or in different sketches, okay? So here, for example, we start in top plane and we draw this profile. Then we create a plane here in the middle, and then we draw another one. Then we create and we create and we create, and we can draw at least, for example, this at the end, we have a circle, right? And it will create a solid that crosses everything that we have created. So you are not limited to 2 sketches. You can do 3, you can do 4, you can do 5, or more if you want.
Okay.
Okay. So just remember the difference between swept and loft. Okay. So swept, it's the same profile. You can also be swept cut, And Loft, it's not the same profile. There are different profiles, but they convert into each other. Okay, yeah, this is everything for now. Okay, so now we go to SolidWorks. Okay, so we have two sketches here. Okay, it's a circle. Here we have an hexagon, so we will leave Loft. We will use Loft. So what I forgot to tell you now is that Loft and boundary base are very similar operations. You will find that they are mostly used in the same way, but they have little differences. And sometimes if Loft fails, boundary boss will be able to do it or otherwise. So you can try it a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll make the same procedure, click on Loft. Then I have two menus, profiles. So here I will select all the sketches that I have that I want the cross sections to have. So I'll select this one and I will select this one. Okay, you can see the result is very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we have here some guide curves. So as you can see here in the drawing, you can choose, you can also sketch some curves here. If you want your profile to be, for example, round or have some spline here or something that you want, a little bit of shape. So it's not straight, okay? But right now we are going to do it this way. Okay, so here you must consider some important things that are very defining in these operations. So the first thing is that it's very important where you select your profiles. You can see here where I clicked, it gets a little green circle. So it means I click here and I click here. Okay, so this connects this point with this other point. So what happens if instead of clicking here, I click here? Oh, no. Here. Oh, okay. Right now it's automatically created, but I will take it and drag it. Okay, I'll drag it here. So you can see it's now twisted. And the thing here is that it always connects this point with this other point. So maybe this is the result that I want, but maybe it is not. So be careful where you click and always connect the points that you want connected and not points that you don't want to, okay, like this maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so we will see the result now. Okay, one this way. Yeah. Okay, so you can see the result is here we have a circle, here we have an hexagon, and in the middle we have the transition between the both. Okay, so it's a very beautiful operation. I like it.
Me too.
Okay, so now I will delete it so we can see what other options we have. Okay, I will create it again, select my profiles. Great. Okay, so we also have thin feature here. And you can make it this way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you remember my PowerPoint presentation, this is how this was created with thin feature. Okay. Oh, not this one. We want this one. Okay. So we will explore some things that may happen with the Loft base. Okay, so here we have our hexagon and our circle. Now I will hide this circle and show this pyramid that I made. Okay, so I'll also click on Loft and I will select profiles. I want this one. Note where I am clicking. I click on this point. And now I'll click intentionally on this point. Okay, so you can see the result is also very twisted. Okay, and it's also not symmetric or regular. It's very irregular in all sides. Okay, so if I want to correct this, I can just take this point and drag it. Okay, so it will drag to the other side. Okay. Yeah, I want it there. Okay. So this would be the result of creating a pyramid and an hexagon. So you must not limit yourself to use polygons like triangles, squares, rectangles. You can also do whatever you sketch here, also with splines, with curves, with whatever you need. Okay, so now I'll do it again. Okay, so now I'm gonna hide this pyramid and I'll show this triangle. Yeah. Okay, so this is my triangle. I'll do it again. As you can see, this triangle is aligned with my hexagon. This point is the same as this one. This one should be aligned with this one, and this one should be aligned with this one. So what I will do is just click on the profiles in the points that I want aligned. Okay, but here you see we have a little bit of trouble. So I will confirm so we can see. Okay, so we would expect a symmetric part, but it is not. Here, for example, we have this face. Here we have two faces. Here we have two faces, but three faces, but twisted. So something happened here. Even if I selected the correct points, something is wrong. Okay, so the problem here, and it's a common mistake that you want to avoid normally, is that this hexagon has 6 entities. It means 6 lines or 6 whatever you have. Okay, if it's a line, if it's a spline, if it's a circle, an arc, these are 6 entities, and this triangle has 3. So let's see. What we need to do is create the same amount of entities on one spline, on one sketch, and on the other sketch. You will always want to try to do this when you are doing lofts. If not, you will get irregular results like this one. Okay, so let's edit the sketches. I will delete this operation for now. Okay, so I will go to the triangle. Yes, and edit it. Okay, so how can we edit this triangle without modifying it? How can we make it 6 parts instead of 3? Okay, so we have we can use the manual mode, which is drawing a line until here, click it here, and then drawing another line and do it all again. Or we can search commands and look for this split entities. Okay, so you have it here. If you want to look it in your menu, it's also, I think it's in tools, sketch tools. Yes, sketch tools, and they're like more advanced tools that you can find here. Yes, split entities is here. Okay, so now I prefer to look it. I think it's quicker. So I'll click split entities. Then I have a menu here, but nothing happens. So I just need to click on the entity I want to split right where I want to split, okay? So for example, this triangle, I want to split in the middle, so I will click on this point. Oh, splitting is not allowed for geometry. We're going to save that as sketch pattern. Okay, I think because I made this triangle out of polygons. But let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, I will delete this pattern. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it should work now. Okay, now I'll try again. Okay. Yeah, so you can see now I have one line here and one line here, just with one click. Okay, so I'll do it also here and also here. Okay, great. So now I have 6 entities, but I really didn't change my model or anything. I didn't modify anything. I just clicked, right? So right now, everything should be working now. This point will be aligned with this one with this one, this one with this one, and so on. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so yeah, this worked. You can see now it's a regular result and it's symmetric on the three sides of the triangle. Okay, so do you see the difference between one and the other?
No.
Okay, no problem.
Or like, what do you mean? The difference between this and the one we had before, or between one entity and
yeah, exactly.
the one?
The
I can see a difference to the one before, but I can't see a difference now between the different sides of the triangle.
Yeah, exactly. So
That's
the thing is that, okay, so we normally want this regular result. Okay, so this is what you need to do if you have different amount of entities on one sketch and on the other. Okay, so I will also delete this operation so we can see. Okay, pyramid, triangle. Okay. Okay, circle here. Can you show? Circle here. Okay. Okay, so now we'll do it again, but with 3 sketches. Okay, so I will also click on the 3 sketches. Okay, and you can see that I also get a nice result with 3 sketches. So you can keep going on with as many sketches as you want and they will connect themselves. Okay, and now I want to try to use guide curves. So you can see I also made a guide curve here. Let's show it. Okay, this is my guide curve. Okay, so I click here on guide curves and I will select this one. Okay, so this is the result. So everything follows this curve that I made, but not in a symmetric rotational way, but everything moves like a wave or something. Okay, so this is how can you use guide curves. Also, I can click here and modify it. So I can do this, for example. So this is, for example, how would you create a base? Oh, remember, they also need to touch the sketch. If I put it here, it will not work. So I have to leave it here. And I normally try to also make it coincident. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, this is what happens. Okay, so we also have 10 minutes now, but we are almost finished. Okay, so this curve should be also a little bit easier. Oh, it should be touching here also. Yeah, okay, here. Yeah, coincident. Let's see this. Okay, and this one to make it coincident. Yeah. Okay, let's exit and regenerate. Yeah, okay, so this is the result now. You can see it's a little bit irregular, of course, but if you want to make it rotational, then you have to do some more guide curves. Okay. And what else do I have here? Okay, yeah, I think this is all. I made another hexagon here, but I cannot remember what I wanted to do with that hexagon. But it's okay. Oh, yeah, I remember now. I remember. Okay, so let's do also Loft. And we selected this hexagon. Now we selected this one. Okay, so I have 2 hexagons in the same. Let me hide these sketches so they are not avoiding my view. Yeah, okay, this one. So hide. Okay, yeah. We have 2 hexagons that are aligned with each other, but they have a 45-degree rotation from this one to this one. Okay, so they are a little bit displaced. Okay, so want to do Loft. I'll click on one hexagon, I will click on the other hexagon, but now I have it twisted. And maybe I don't want to twist it. Maybe I want it to be that way. Okay, so the normal procedure would be try to put this somewhere, but you see it doesn't work. You can only select this point or this point. You cannot select in the middle. Okay, so what we try to do also here is also using the split entity tool. Okay, so I will edit this sketch. And also need to delete the pattern. Delete it. Split entities. Okay, so I'll click on this one, this one. So what I'm doing is splitting both hexagons, so I can find the points that I need to do what I want. Okay, so I made it on this one, and now I'm editing the other one here. Okay, let's switch. I also need to delete the pattern relation. I'll do it again. So we have also the same amount of entities in both hexagons. Okay, great. So now we have 2 hexagons, but each of them has 12 entities. So now we can click on Loft, and we will be able to connect them in the way that we want. So you can also see that the result is very different from the one that we have before. Okay, but it's also 12-sided. Okay, so this is what happens with Loft. We have 5 minutes left, but we are almost finished. I just want you to show you that boundary boss base, it's very similar. So I have here direction 1 and direction 2. So direction 1 is the same as cross profiles. So I will select here this and this. Okay. So you can see I have I think this result is exactly the same. So sometimes they may vary a little bit, mostly by the guide curves that they follow. So I will, okay, let's delete this one. Okay, and try to make it with the, with the pyramid and with the hexagon. Okay, so boundary boss. Okay, I also want this one and this one. Okay, so you see, this is what happens. And you can also twist it, I think. Yeah, you have some twisting here. Okay. So I think next lesson we will talk about the difference between Loft and boundary base. But right now I can tell you that, believe me, if one doesn't work, try the other one, okay? But they will give you similar results. Okay, so do you have any questions until now, Florin?
No, thank you.
Okay, that's great. Then we will take a look at the homework, the fun part. Okay, so here's the homework. Sorry. Okay, so the homework is create 3 different parts using sweep, loft, and boundary base. I mean, 1 part with sweep, 1 part with loft, and 1 part with boundary base. Okay, I just want you to try to use complex sketches. By complex sketches, I mean something like this. That is, it's not a polygon, it's not an hexagon, it's not a square. I mean, this has straight lines, corners, chamfers, arcs. They have different things, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you can try to use something like this. So probably you will get some mistakes or some failures on the sweep or in the boss or something. But I want you to solve them. I want you to understand these relationships between one profile and the other and everything. Okay?
Okay.
So this is a homework.
Okay.
So I have here a vase here, you see. Cosma, du kennst das, you know this. This is exactly what you learned today. Yeah, hexagon, circle, and a line. No? Maybe you can play a little bit with it after the homework. Okay?
Yeah, I also have it one here. you can see the lines. And it's also important to say that these kind of forms are very easy to do in SolidWorks, as you can see. But normally they are complex to manufacture, as they, for example, creating these complex profiles and lines. It's complex if you want to do, for example, a milling or drilling operations or other subtractive normal operations in metals. So additive manufacturing, it's very useful for these figures.